Hey kids! Are you ready for an amazing adventure from the Bible? Today we'll discover the story of Noah, a man who listened to God, built a giant ark, and saw the very first rainbow of promise. Let's dive in! Long ago, people lived in happy little villages, laughing and playing all day. But one man was different, a kind, gentle man named Noah. He loved God with all his heart. One bright morning, God's voice filled the air, "Build a giant ark, for a flood is coming." Noah's eyes grew wide, but his heart was brave. Respectfully, he whispered, "Yes, Lord, I will obey." When Noah told his family, they gasped, "Oh!" But soon they smiled and said, "We trust God too, and we will do whatever He tells us to do." Together, Noah and his sons started building. They hammered the wood in place and sawed the planks into shape. Noah and his family worked hard. They cut the wood with saws and fixed the boards together with hammers. Day after day, the ark grew taller, stronger, and wider, like a giant wooden ship in the middle of the land. But the villagers laughed. They shouted, "Noah has lost his mind!" They ate, they drank, they clapped their hands, pointing at him. "An ark on dry land? He's insane!" But Noah just kept building. Because he trusted God's word more than people's laughter. Then something truly wonderful happened. From the forests all animals began to appear. They came walking in pairs, just as God had planned, heading toward the great ark. First came two mighty elephants, their heavy footsteps slow and steady. And their eyes looked calm and happy as if they knew they were part of something very special. Next came the giraffes, so tall they almost touched the sky. They bent their necks low and moving with quiet beauty. Then came the playful ones, monkeys chattering as they climbed along ropes, penguins waddling with tiny steps that makes them laugh, and fluffy sheep bouncing along like little clouds of wool. Each one came in pairs, ready to find a place inside. Noah stood at the entrance of the ark, his face shining with joy and welcoming all of them. Morley said, "Friends, you are safe here." His family watched in wonder as more and more animals arrived, filling the ark with life and hope. Happy Noah's children laughed with joy as they fed carrots to the rabbits and gave seeds to the little birds, and the monkeys were playful and mischievous. They knocked over a bucket of water, and the whole family laughed together. Inside the ark, it was warm and safe. Soft lantern light filled the rooms, hay was spread out for bedding, and every animal had a special place to stay. Then, the sky began to change. Dark clouds gathered, and the first raindrops started to fall. Noah slowly pushed the heavy door of the ark shut. With a final deep sound, the ark was sealed, safe and strong. Hey kids, are you enjoying the story? Click like, subscribe, and share with your friends so they can enjoy it too. Then the great storm arrived. Thunder rumbled, lightning lit up the sky, and strong waves rose all around the ark. But inside, God kept everyone safe. It was warm and peaceful, almost like one big family resting together. The children held the animals close, sheep and chickens, and felt comforted, even while the storm roared outside. At last, the rain came to an end. The waters grew calm, and a golden sunrise spread its light across the sky. Noah opened a small window and released a dove, which flew gently into the bright morning air. After many days, the dove returned with a fresh green olive leaf in its beak. It was a sign of new life. Noah's family cheered with joy and shouted, "Land is near!" Soon the ark came to rest safely on a tall mountain. At last, Noah opened the great door, and animals stepped outside. Elephants lifted their trunks, lions stretched and roared, and rabbits hopped happily across the fresh grass. Then God placed a beautiful rainbow across the sky. Noah lifted his hands thankfully and said, "God protects those who obey Him." Look at the rainbow, children. It shines as God's promise of love and care. Noah and his family were safe because they listened and trusted Him. Children, sometimes others may laugh or not understand, but when we choose to follow God's ways, He will guide and protect us, just as He did for Noah. The rainbow was God's promise. And here's a promise for you: more stories are coming. Subscribe now so you don't miss them.